everyone. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Shannon. Welcome to The Build Up, the show about shows between the shows.
All right, so since we are building up to the hit Netflix show, Nailed It, a show about replicating amazing cakes on the internet, we thought we could play a version of our own.
Yeah, so we asked 4 people before this build-up to make 4 different cake creations based off of cakes on the internet. And we are about to see the results live right now, so let's take a look.
We are really excited. Okay, we need one volunteer to come up. Who's one of our volunteers? All right, come on up.
There.
Yeah. All right, let's start over here.
All right.
Okay.
This will be yours, right?
This is your cake creation.
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Riley.
Hi, Riley. Thanks for doing this. So we asked you to replicate a cake, right? Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Can we see the picture of the cake? So
There
you had
it
to make
is.
this cake. That's really hard.
Yeah.
Wow. It's really big.
How long did it take you?
A lot of time.
I love how dedicated you were. I watched you build this cake. It took you hours.
Hours.
You didn't even eat lunch. It was a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you hungry right now?
Definitely.
Which one of these is your favorite? Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Pinterest?
I think I have to say YouTube.
Oh,
Great answer.
all
Good,
right.
good. Probably have strawberry. All right, so this is time for the big reveal. You had to make this cake. Are you guys ready to see what she did?
Woo! All right. Why don't you lift that bowl?
Lift it up. This is your cake creation. Oh, it is a cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. How do you feel? That was really good.
I think I nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
I mean, she
you know
nailed
what?
it.
Yeah. I think you did. I like that you took, your creativity with it. You ran with it. You did your own thing.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love a burger?
Yeah. Did you use real meat?
No.
Oh.
Wow. So is that frosting in the middle?
It's fondant.
Oh my gosh, we have a pro here.
She knows a lot about
cake.
cake.
We have a big Nailed It fan.
She really knows a lot about cake. All right, well, thank you so much. You did so good. Have a seat. Thank you so much. Amazing. Well,
That's a
first
beautiful
one,
burger.
nailed it. Clearly
Oh,
nailed
wow.
it. Shannon's going to have a bite.
Oh yeah, that's a good cake.
That's a really good, delicious,
Yeah.
meat-smelling cake. Okay.
She made it smell like meat. I'm like, she's a genius. She's a culinary genius.
I mean, cheese, everything. All right, so let's try our next one. We have another volunteer. Come on up. Anybody? Next volunteer. Next
Come on up.
volunteer. All right, we got another one.
Woo!
Yeah. Give her a round of applause for coming out. Thanks a lot.
All right. So, you volunteered. We also made you make a cake, and you were so excited. You were like, I want to make this unicorn cake. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, because are unicorns your favorite mythical animal?
Yes. I love them.
Do you? Isn't it interesting that he looks a little bit like unicorn Lionel Richie?
I got it covered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I kind of have the same hairdo as that unicorn, right?
Yes.
Do you like it, or are you like curly bangs?
Both.
She likes it, but she's like curly bangs. Okay, I feel it. Well, I'm gonna support you no matter what.
So, what's your name, by the way?
Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. So, how long did it take you to make this incredible unicorn cake?
10 hours.
That's a really long. Give it up, guys. That's dedication. 10 hours. Unicorn cake.
She stayed up past her bedtime. Don't tell her parents.
Yeah.
So you want to show us?
Okay, let's go for the big
All right,
reveal. Here
lift
is your
that bowl.
unicorn cake, and it is wow.
Oh.
A cheeseburger.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
great. Wow.
All right. So tell us a little bit. Well, actually, I think yours has an onion on it, as the other one didn't. What inspired you to put an onion on that cake?
I don't know. I just thought I need more like decoration on it and needed to make it like pop out more.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's popping. You know what? I
Yeah,
can
I
smell
feel
that
it.
onion right now.
Whenever I smell onion, usually I say it's popping. So that's
yeah,
great. Perfect.
it is
yeah.
popping. Wow. Do you want to take this home?
Sure.
Thank you. Feel free to show everybody your
It's
cake.
yours. Yeah.
Thank you. Give it up for you.
Thank
You're just
you so
good.
much,
That was
Maddie.
amazing. Good job, Maddie. That was great.
Great.
All right, we have two
Wow.
more amazing cake creations. You guys are never going to believe they're definitely not burgers. Two more. Another volunteer. Let's get up here. Come on. Yeah. Thanks so
Woo!
much, man.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. How you doing? What is
Hey,
your
welcome.
name?
Chazzo from Brooklyn.
Chazzle.
Oh, I love it. From Brooklyn.
Thank you for
I'm from
throwing that in
Brooklyn too. Is this all your cake making tools?
It is.
Nice. So I'd find like some spatulas in there and stuff.
Yes.
I love it. You just came prepared.
Hey, Chazzle. Are you older than 10?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So you're like 11 and a half.
12.
All right, Chazzle.
Woo!
Let's see the next
Old
cake
man.
that we asked you to make. Oh, Super Mario.
Oh, now this was a very complicated cake, but you said, it's on. I'm so ready. I brought my little pack of
Yeah.
tools, right? I remember that moment.
Absolutely.
Are you a big Mario fan?
I am.
Yeah, everybody loves a homeless plumber.
I thought
Wow, how dare you?
Plumber.
Yeah, he's
He had a job.
No, he didn't. No, it's just trying to save a.
Why are you bashing Mario right in front of his number one fan, man?
Sorry, man.
You're homeless. He's not homeless.
So how long did it take you to make this cake?
About 2 days.
Wow, that's a lot of dedication. That's really impressive.
Well, I want to see. All right,
All right, let's go. Big reveal. Let's see what you got. Mario cake. Here it is. Oh, it is
Oh,
also
okay.
a cheeseburger. Give it up. That's incredible.
So, is this the Mario face I see here? What? It kind of looks like a bun.
It does. It kind of looks like a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Whoa.
Wow. You're branding this burger right now. I see.
We got a corporate man right here. Okay.
So 2 days on this. What was the hardest part?
Actually, killing the animal and making the.
All right. Well, Tazzle just killed an animal. This just took a turn. He killed his own animal to make the cake. That's dedication.
I'm so happy that you gave it your all. You killed for this challenge. I think you nailed it. Just because I'm scared, if not, you might kill us.
Get it for Chazzle. You nailed it, bro.
Do you want this burger?
Yeah. All right, we got one more left. We got one more volunteer. I know there's one more. This is really good. This is one of the hardest ones. Come on up here, man. Thank you. Give it up for you. We got one more, real quick one.
Woo! Hey, what's your name?
Brandon.
All right, Brandon.
thank
So
you.
we didn't want to be suckers, and we decided, you know what? Let's make this easy for everybody. This last cake is going to be, let's see it. I think, yep, cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Can you make a cheeseburger cake?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, great, man. Let's see what you did. Let's get a big reveal here.
So excited.
Oh, no, it's this one. Sorry. Don't.
That one,
Let's,
yeah.
Come on, you got to pay attention to the game. Okay. All right, it's nothing. He did so
Oh.
good. Thank you, man. That was-
No. I really, really like this cake. I have to say, these other burgers were great, but this one is outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. It's like, it's like the Emperor's clothes for my literature fans.
Everyone loves Emperor's Clothes.
Nobody likes that.
So what was the inspiration behind this?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing, right? I think this really speaks to the times. The emptiness we're all feeling, the loneliness. I feel that. You're an artist. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
you
You're
so
real deep.
much.
Get up for yourself. You did so good. All right, guys. Are you
Wow.
guys so excited for the next build? Are you guys really excited? Shannon's going to put 4 microphones in my head. All right, well, stick around, guys. We got Nicole Byer and Jacques Torres are here for Nailed It. Make a lot of noise.
Hey! Yes! Hello, world! Woo, indeed. What is up? Welcome to Build, man. I'm your host, Matt Forte, and we are here live at the Build Studio in New York City. She is a ridiculously talented actress and comedian. You've seen her on Girl Code, and Upright Citizens Brigade, of course, and in Loosely Exactly Nicole. And he is a world-renowned chocolatier and chef, might I add, whose name is synonymous with the most decadent and delicious of sweets and treats. So much so, his actual nickname is simply Mr. Chocolate. Together, they host your latest Netflix obsession. I'm talking about Nailed It, of course, the show where home bakers with a terrible track record take a crack at recreating edible masterpieces for our amusement. Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually for a $10,000 prize, but it's really fun to watch, no less. Here to talk about season 2 of the one and only Nailed It. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the great Nicole Byer and Jacques Torres being in the house. Come on. That's amazing. They're here. Well, they'll be here. They'll be here in a second. I'm so excited. It sounds like you're really excited. Before we bring them out, I believe we have a trailer we're going to take a look at. So let's go ahead and run that clip.
If you've ever tried to make this, but ended up with this is the show for you.
Nailed it.
Go! Go! The microwave ain't working.
Don't know how to do it.
Oh my God.
2 hours on the clock! $10,000 on the line! You better be ready, because I already started the clock. Get to bake and go. Oh, wow! It looks like it's alive.
Can't forget the vodka.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
It's very gooey.
Supposed to be.
I think I've never had a cake pop. Okay, this is what you were trying to make. Let's see what you did. Oh, girl! Should we taste these? Let's see who nails it and who fails it. Let's do this. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, make a ridiculous amount of noise. Nicole Byer Jacques Torres, right here. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
No, please, thank you. Thank you so much for one, making another season of this show, and two, being here and hanging out with us. It's so awesome to have you guys here. It's tons of fun.
Truly, thank you for having us. This
course.
is very nice.
Yeah, it's so wonderful you're here. I'm so excited. Before we jump in, we've got so much to talk about, a crazy crossover, a wonderful season 2. Before we get to any of that, how are you? How's Nicole? How's Jacques? How are you guys doing?
Spiritually, I'm well.
There we are. Good.
I feel good.
A beautiful day in New York.
Yes.
With Nicole and with you guys.
Wonderful. Well, we're happy you're spending it here with us. How long ago did you guys wrap up season 2? When was that finished? Was that recent? Was that a while ago?
It just premiered, so we recently finished.
You recently finished. Because I just love the idea of you two only hanging out with each other consistently for at least 7 to 8 months, going everywhere together, and just having a blast.
People love that idea. We should hang out more. But I've hung out with Jacques. He invited me to his house. He made me these fantastic donuts. We just hang out, him, his wife, his father-in-law, mother-in-law, and his kid. We just had a great time. We each had a bottle of wine. We had the time of our lives.
And when she drinks, she speaks French. I love it.
That's amazing. You become fluent once you have fluid.
Yeah, we're just going back and forth. Bonjour, bonjour.
Is that the full extent of the vocabulary?
No, bonjour, mi amor, Christian Dior.
Perfect.
The important word.
Mi amor is Italian, but that's fine.
She sold it, though. I believed it.
Thank you.
I was convinced.
She's good.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. So it seems like you guys have a lot of fun together. One of the things I think that makes this show so much fun to watch is just watching you two. Obviously, it's the big reveal. Obviously, it's the catastrophic. Well, the attempt is what it is. But you two having such a blast and enjoying each other's company, and it's great to see that out of that context as well. It just makes it even more warm and fuzzy. I love that you guys have such a great time
The
together.
reveal. Oh my God. The reveal.
Well, you know what?
Boy.
I was going to ask you how you found this show, but actually what I want to know, or how this show found you, what I do want to know, actually, is what your reaction was when you were first told the premise of the show. What did you think when they came to you and they were like, here's what's going to happen, and we want you to do this? What did you think of the idea?
I thought it was very funny. I was like, ooh, you're going to take people who don't normally bake and then ask them to make magical, beautiful things and give them an hour? I was like, sign me up. I love ugly things. I love when something is so ugly, but someone made the time to make it. Like a homemade gift where you're like, wow, you as an adult spent time doing this. I will take it. I'm not gonna hang it up nowhere, but thank you.
This ends here.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but it's funny. I think just people trying is good, and when they almost reach it, but no, it's funny.
I'm forever the optimist. I sit there and I watch it, and every episode I go, maybe this time. And it's like, nope, not even close.
I do that with Jacques, the person having the most trouble. I'm like, they'll pull it ahead. They're going to be our winner. And Jacques is like, no.
You know, it's funny, but Nicole a lot of time tell me, I can do that. I can. Nicole, no. But really, when I went in, I really don't know what to expect. Yeah. And from the first episode, seeing Nicole with all that energy and, that being Nicole, I just fall in love with the show. And she's the show. I mean, come on, look, she's so great. And all that energy and everything. And then the people who bake, they are the show too. I mean, you look at what they do. They are funny. Most of the time, you look at those things like, oh my God, how can you do that? You cannot duplicate that. I cannot duplicate what they do. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's got to be on the same page, right, coming into this. They know that the whole crux of the thing is that they're essentially being set up for failure, but they got to try their best, right? Because you're giving them an impossible task with an impossible time limit, and then they've well, I've seen cookies, so I think I could do this. I'm familiar with the shape of cookies, so yeah, I'll take a swing. So they all know going in, right?
But the price is real. I mean, it's $10,000. And when you see what they do for $10,000, oh my God!
Yeah.
It's amazing how $10,000 kind of stokes the flames, a little bit.
I think people forget because you have so much on your plate. You're like, I have to make a cookie, a cupcake, a cake, and it has to look like a dragon. And so So you're just like $10,000. You like remind them. They're like, oh yeah, I gotta make it all. It's very fun to watch.
Well, I was gonna save this clip, but we're gonna throw to it in just a second because one of my favorite parts is the first sort of reveal. We'll say reveal, and the first time you get to talk to them and they get some feedback. And we've got a great moment from this season we're gonna take a look at really quick if we can run that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that clip.
This is the beautiful Little Red Riding Hood you were trying to make. Let's see what you made.
All right. Nailed it.
What's happened?
She's lived a rough life.
Little Red Riding Hood is dead?
Right. Or a night at the bar.
This is Little Red Riding Hood after the wolf attempted to kill her.
It's a horror story.
It is.
Is this lips? What is this?
This is supposed to be her summer hood.
I just love that you put lips on top of a marshmallow.
It's a summer riding hood.
And I love that you keep saying summer like that means something.
It doesn't.
Let's taste
Yeah,
it. Let's
please.
taste
There
it.
you go.
Perfect. Look at that. Oh my God. Kiss me. Hey, these are good cookies. The cupcake is pretty light. And the marshmallow.
Yeah.
To die for.
Yeah.
It tastes better than it looks. Let's say that.
Yes, it does.
Unbelievable. We can applaud a little bit for that, can't we? So, excuse me, I wanted to play that clip for two reasons. Well, three reasons. One, it's hilarious. But also, the two of you in that scenario, and you have to provide feedback. Nicole, you do not hold back. But it's coming from such a lovely person. But you're always very honest about what they've delivered. And then, Jacques, I feel like sometimes you work so hard to find something of value to give them in the exchange.
Oh my God, you are so right.
No, I was going to ask you, have you talk about that struggle when you're looking at it? What are you thinking other than how am I going to say something polite here?
I have no nail left because I'm like, so stressed when I look at them cooking, baking, and then, finally, my role is kind of telling people how to succeed and what do they do wrong. And if I can put something positive, I mean, sometimes, yes, it looks worse than it tastes, sometimes, not always. So when that happens, I will say it. But sometimes I don't have much to say. I mean, what can you say? I just give them advice. That's what I can do.
Do you ever struggle on what advice to give? It's like, well, they need to know these 4 things, but if they don't know to check if the cake is done, I have to tell them that first. Like, you have to pick the advice, you have to prioritize.
Definitely. And you know what? Sometimes... What do they do? Sometimes they put things in the microwave instead of the oven, or they do things like you cannot believe. They will put something in the microwave and forget it. And then they remember it when smoke come out of the microwave, and you have Nicole screaming, on fire, smoke! And you see the smoke coming out. Oh my God, it's so funny. But it's the show.
Yeah. And you think as a baker and as a host, like, this is kind of scary, there's a fire, but as someone who's making television, this is fantastic. Nicole, are you ever hesitant? I feel like as a comedian you wouldn't be, and this is a silly question, but I'm curious because you're right, they put so much into it. Are you ever hesitant to be that honest and be like, what is this? What have you done?
Well, they did take the time to make it. So if someone reveals and their eyes are a little glistening, I'm not going to be like, ah!
So you got to read the room.
So yeah, you read the room a little bit, and then you like warm them up to it, and then if they like get a smile, then you go, that look wild, right? Then they're like, yeah, But usually everyone's a good sport. Like when she was explaining the Little Red Riding Hood summer hood, it was like, what does that mean to you?
Not a thing.
What are you saying to me? It doesn't make sense.
You called her out on it. It was so much fun. But that's what I mean by everybody seems to be on the same page, because it never, even though you'll say something that out of context could be mean, it never feels mean in the moment. It feels like we're all watching the same thing, right? Exactly. You do it with a smile, but they're having fun. Everybody's having a good time. Has somebody taken it the wrong way before? Has somebody been upset? Like, I worked really hard on my pile of goo, and like, here you are.
Well, they didn't air it, so I won't. Let's talk about it.
There we go. Perfect answer. Let's go another direction. You guys, I'm astounded at your commitment to the process of that you'll taste it as well. That you will always taste it.
Scary.
Yeah. There was one guy, it was just batter sitting in the middle of lightly cooked cake. And you guys are, well, I'll find something in here. I couldn't believe you were eating it. Talk to me about what you're thinking when you're like, well, now I've got to chew on this thing. Have you ever refused? Have you ever? I haven't seen it, but I wonder.
I think I've eaten everything.
I think we never refused, but we spit it a couple
Oh
times.
yeah, I've spit out food.
Yes.
That's a perfect segue, actually, because we have one more clip that I want to look at, and this is from, I think, the same episode, and it's fantastic. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second one.
You put salt instead of sugar.
Sugar. Okay, 3. Perfect.
My friend, after doing that to us, you have to eat it.
What's a little salt? Who cares?
We need some water. I'm sorry.
Wes! Thank you,
Thank you, Wes.
Great hair, Wes.
Thank you, Wes.
Your punishment is no water.
Doesn't Wes look like the adult Simba from The Lion King?
we need it.
This has been a journey.
Keep on baking.
You got it.
Thank you. Let's make some noise one more time. There's a lot to unpack in there.
Yeah.
For those that might have missed it in the beginning, instead of sugar, he made his entire confection treat with salt.
Yeah, it was insane. Because I react big to things. I'm a big character. I'm bold. But like I put it in my mouth and I was like, "Da, da, da, wah!" And then I was like, did I jump my own shark? Like, is it really that bad? And then Ron Ben Israel was like, it's salt. And I was like, oh, okay. I feel validated in that reaction. And I think you spit it out too. It was awful. It was like putting a teaspoon of salt mush in your mouth. Yeah. And Jacques even said it before we ate it. He's like, this cake is crumbly. It was like something's afoot.
But I'm going to eat it anyway.
I mean, we had to taste it.
Yeah, you
oh,
had
it
to.
was gross.
Looks like it. Jacques, have you ever had anything like that before in your life?
Actually, to tell you the truth, I one time during an exam put salt instead of sugar. No. Mm-hmm. That was 2 beans and not unmarked, and salt looked exactly like sugar. So I put salt in a cake, I bake it, and the cake was not getting any color. So finally, I put my finger in it and I taste it and I say, oh my God, this is salt. So I went to the jury and I tell them, I say, look, those things are not marked. So I make a mistake. And they say, you know what? Just redo it. So I had to finish on time and everything. But that's a mistake that can happen. So always taste. Always taste if it's really sugar. That's the lesson here.
Yeah, and I guess not for nothing, label your bins, right?
Yes, label those
Take 2
bins.
seconds.
Correct.
Label them. If you everybody watching at home, if you take nothing else away from this conversation, label them bins. All right, please. I really want to ask about one more thing before we go to the audience, and that is the fantastic crossover event that takes place this season. The Fab Five from Queer Eye show up for an episode of Nailed It. You want to talk about fun to watch. You want to talk about a lot of love in one room. Let's do that. Let's talk about those exact things. What was it like? Tell me your reaction when you found out and what that day was like with those guys.
Oh, it was truly delightful. Like, I know Jonathan just from like the comedy scene in LA, so like it was lovely to work with him again and be with him because he's a joy. They're all so lovely to be around. They were so nice, so friendly, just like in the makeup chair being like, hi, I'm Tan, Nicole, I like you. And I was like, I like you. I truly want to go on Queer Eye so they can help me find a husband. Aww. Don't say aw.
You said it in such a...
aw.
No, because you...
Don't feel bad. I'm a strong, independent woman who just needs a little loving.
I love your podcast, by the way.
Thank you.
I would just to say the way you phrased it and the character you embodied for that sentence, it manipulated me to an awe. You gotta know that.
I'm an actress.
Oh, and a delightful one at that. But okay, so they show up. You know them. You're having a fun time. It's fantastic, Jacques.
I love that show. I mean, it's true that they all are very talented and they are all so nice to each other. That's when you see that, you just love them. Yeah. You want them to succeed, and it was fun to see them baking, and it was really a great show.
And they were helping each other. It was truly like a team effort. Some of the cupcakes they made were wild.
They were.
Yeah. Jonathan giving up. I was like, Jonathan. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, but then just owning it.
Yes,
like,
I'm done, girl. I'm
giving
done.
up
I'm
now,
gonna
but
eat
it's
this
perfect.
cupcake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I was a little saddened to see Anthony there just become the judge and not just let loose and Hulk out in the kitchen. But whose call was that? Was that something that happened behind the scenes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have
no
decision making.
No, not on that, no.
Jacques and I show up to work and say, "What would you like us to say?"
Well, I love the vibe of the show too. That like there are moments where you'll just stop production for like 30 seconds on camera and wait for the buzzer or wait for something. It looks less like a show and more like people hanging out having a really good time. And I know that that's really hard to do that, to create that vibe, that to make it look that easy.
It is. It was hard to make Wes want to be on camera. And I still don't think he wants to be on camera.
Why not?
I don't know, because he's an AD, he's an assistant director. Like, his job is to, like, direct the show. And I'm like, do these things for me. It's very fun.
We have somebody here like that too. We have Luke is like our Wes. I'm constantly asking him to come up and do stuff. Where are you, Luke? Luke, look at him. Round of applause for Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Yeah, say hello. Look at him. Look at that smile.
Luke seems just as excited as Wes is.
Yeah, I know.
Just like,
Yes, I'm doing the thing you've asked me to do politely. Yes, here I am.
I think Wes never smile on camera.
Wes, I think it's a choice he makes because he smiles all the time.
Yes,
off camera,
but not on camera.
Yes.
Just like interesting.
That's just for you. That's special for you.
Yeah,
He saves
maybe.
it. You know what I mean?
Saving them smiles for me.
Saving them smiles, labeling them bins. These are all the lessons from today. We're gonna. Guys, I love you guys so much. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for being here. We're gonna take some audience questions. Have you had fun so far?
I've had a blast.
That's wonderful. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Yeah, of course. First question. Oh, right here. Go for it.
So, you clearly have a big personality on your own, but having to do the show so much, how do you keep the big personality going?
I'm exhausted every day. It's just my personality. My mother used to say to me, it takes more energy to frown than it does to smile. So I hold that with me every day. And making someone laugh at least once in a day really does it for me. So I just try really hard to like just make people smile. That's all I ever want to do.
Yeah.
You're really good at that.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I have to tell you that Nicole loves everyone. That's who she is. And she loves things, even if they are... I find them sometimes, oh my God, I cannot look at that. Nicole will find some beauty in it. And that's who she is. You know, it's great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that question. We've got, was that Liz? One more? We're gonna take one more from the crowd. We've got right here. Go ahead.
What's been your favorite challenge over the course of both seasons?
That's hard. The watermelon challenge was upsetting. I was like, these people gonna cut fingers off. And then what happens? Will Netflix get them new fingers? Oh God, there were so many fun challenges. I guess I would have to say my favorite one would be the barbecue cakes. I really liked them. There was one that I was like, this is so ugly, I want to wear it as a hat. Like, I loved it so much. He had put like a real spatula in it. It was just funny to me.
One of the most difficult things to do on a cake is to make a person, because the facial and the expression and everything. And they did a Trump cake, and oh my God.
I think it was Kimberly's. That was my favorite thing I've ever seen.
Looked like a
Those red eyes. Oh man, that made me laugh so hard.
I mean, I just cannot look at it. And I went home, and I closed my eye, and I cannot have that things go away, you know? So it was something, you know? I mean, we laughed so hard.
But she also made that scary princess. Yeah, oh God, the things people make are glorious. I love them.
Oh my gosh. Well, we love watching you guys discover them, taste them, talk about them, the whole thing. It's a fantastic formula. You struck gold. Thank you so much. Nailed It Season 2. Again, as if I need to tell anybody in this room, but to everybody out there watching, it's on Netflix right now. If you haven't watched it, I don't know why you're even watching this. Go watch this show. It's fantastic. Everybody, please make some noise. One more time. Nicole Byer, Jacques Torres, do it up.